Welcome, fifth graders. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for today's explainer. If you've been stressing out and looking for the ultimate colorful cheat code, a real rescue playbook for tomorrow's ICT exam, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to take everything from Unit 3 and Unit 4, break it all down, and make it super easy to remember. So grab a comfortable seat, get focused, and let's get ready to completely conquer this exam together. Here's our quick roadmap for today. We're covering digital citizenship and safety, exploring the web wisely, managing files and data, awesome presentations, exam tips and planning, and we'll wrap up with the top 5 practice questions. All right, let's dive right into Section 1, Digital Citizenship and Safety.
Okay, so think about your online life as being split into two very clear buckets: your rights and your responsibilities. Your rights are things you're completely entitled to, right? Like protection from piracy, which basically means nobody is allowed to steal your hard work. You also have the right to access information online. But, and this is absolutely crucial, with those rights come responsibilities. This means you've got to respect other people's privacy and, obviously, never use the internet to hurt or bully anyone. So protecting yourself is your right, but being polite and respectful, that's your responsibility. Lock those two ideas in your memory for the test.
Moving on to Section 2, Exploring the Web Wisely. So the internet is a massive place, and websites generally fall into two main categories. Think of a commercial website kind of like a giant toy store. Its main goal is to sell you something, like Amazon. On the flip side, a non-commercial website is more like your free school library. It's just there to share knowledge without trying to make a profit. A great example is the Egyptian Knowledge Bank, or EKB. And honestly, this brings up our #1 safety rule. If you're ever on a commercial site to buy something, you have to look for the padlock icon or the letters HTTPS at the start of the web address. That little padlock, it means your data is locked up, safe, and secure. While we're still talking about the web, let's look at how we actually talk to each other online. We have synchronous and asynchronous communication. Now, I know those sound like giant, complicated science words, but it's actually super simple. Synchronous communication is direct and happening in real time. It's exactly like talking to your friend on a walkie-talkie or a video call. You get an instant response. Asynchronous communication, though, is delayed. It's more like mailing a postcard or sending an email. You send it off, but you don't expect an answer right that exact second. So use synchronous when you need a quick chat and asynchronous when you or your friend might need a little time to think. Next up, Section 3, Managing Files and Data. We have absolutely all been there. You're working so hard on an assignment and poof, you accidentally delete your file. Do not panic. Think of your computer's recycle bin just like the actual trash can in your bedroom. If you toss a piece of paper in there, it's not gone forever, right? Not until you actually take the trash out to the street. On your computer, your deleted file goes straight to the recycle bin first. Just open it up, find your file, and click Restore. Boom, it jumps right back to where it was. And hey, if you ever empty the bin by mistake, the source mentions you can even use special software like Recuva to run a deep scan and save it. Okay, so once our files are safe and sound, we really need to make sense of all the data we collect. Whether you're getting your info from asking questions, reading books, or just observing things, you need a way to organize it. And that is exactly where Microsoft Excel comes in. Excel is kind of like a magic tool. You just enter your numbers and it instantly creates neat tables or even really beautiful graphs and charts. It basically takes a messy pile of numbers and makes them super visual and easy to read. Let's roll into Section 4, Creating Awesome Digital Presentations. If you really want to wow your teacher, your presentation absolutely has to follow 3 golden rules. It needs to be clear, interesting, and easy to understand. So how do we actually pull that off? First off, keep your slides short. Please do not write a whole novel on one slide. Just focus on one main idea per slide so nobody gets lost. Second, use matching colors and big, clear fonts that are easy on the eyes. And finally, use pictures or short videos. Seriously, a really great picture can explain your brilliant ideas so much faster than a giant wall of text. Now, if you decide you want to present your information on a web page instead of a slideshow, you are going to need to know about HTML. HTML is the basic language we use to build websites. Think of HTML kind of like the bricks in the wooden skeleton used to build a house. It creates the headings, the text blocks, and all the links. Then, once the house is built with HTML, you can add your images and colors, which is exactly like moving all your cool furniture into the house. Keep that acronym HTML in the front of your mind. It is for sure going to show up on your test. Section 5, Exam Tips and Planning. Remember back in Lesson 6 when we learned how to plan a digital project? Well, guess what? Taking an exam is basically a project. So here's your top secret time management strategy taken straight from those project rules. First, read carefully. Start with a crystal clear idea of what the question is actually asking you to do. Second, make a really simple action plan in your head. Decide which questions you want to tackle first. Maybe start with the easiest ones just to build up your confidence. And third, plan out your time. Don't spend 20 minutes on a tiny 2-point question. Keep an eye on the clock so you finish smoothly way before the bell rings.
All right, let's run through a super quick checklist of common exam traps. When a test question asks you about online safety or research, just remember your do's and don'ts. Do verify your data sources and always look for that secure HTTPS. Don't ever share your personal passwords or card numbers online. No way. When you're doing a project, do always credit your sources at the end to respect people's intellectual property. And don't use incorrect data or fake news from websites you can't trust. If you keep this little checklist in your head, you're going to spot those trick questions from a mile away.
And finally, Section 6, Top 5 Practice Questions.
All right, it's game time. Let's see how much you actually remember. Question 1. What icon shows a website is totally safe for shopping? Yes, the padlock or HTTPS. Question 2. The Egyptian Knowledge Bank, or EKB, is what type of website? Hit the nail on the head. It's non-commercial because it shares knowledge for free. Question 3. A real-time video call is an example of what? Just like our walkie-talkie analogy, that is synchronous communication. Question 4. Where do deleted files go first? Exactly, straight to the recycle bin where you can hit restore. And question 5. What basic language creates websites? The skeleton of the internet itself, HTML. You guys are absolutely crushing this. Which brings us to our final and most important question. Are you ready to conquer this exam? Because looking at everything we just powered through today, I know for a fact that you are. You've got the tools, you've got the analogies, and you've got the checklists you need to walk into that classroom tomorrow feeling like an absolute champion. Remember your digital rights, keep your presentation slides short and sweet, and manage your time like a pro. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this rescue mission during our explainer today. Get a really great night's sleep tonight, trust in everything you've learned, and go ace that test. Good luck.